Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to begin the geography's third lesson, that is comparing a globe and a map, field visits. Okay, so in this lesson we are going to compare a globe and a map, and also going to learn the meaning of field visit and what it is. Yeah, so before starting the lesson, we have learned how the meridians and parallels are drawn on a globe. Is it? This we have learned in the first lesson. Yes, and we have also learned in the second lesson how these parallels and meridians are used for determining the location. Okay, and in this lesson we are going to compare a map and a globe and understand the difference between them. Okay, so children, in your textbook on page number 16, three pictures or the three figures of world map, outline of map of India and a globe is given. Okay, you can see it in the video also. See, so here we are having a globe, we are having a outline of map of India, and also we are having a world map. No, now children, you have seen all these three. Yeah, so maps, can you tell me, is there any difference in this? Correct, there is the difference. Okay, so before studying the difference, just give answers to my questions. Okay, observe the figure. Now you all have seen the maps and you know the globe, how it is. Yes, so in school you have seen the globe. Yes, so now answer my questions. Which device is flat? Correct, the figure A and B are flat, means map of India and world map, they are flat. Okay, which device is spherical? Yes, see, that is globe is spherical. Correct, so you'll write answer globe. Which of these device allows you to see the entire area of the earth at the same time? Now look in the figure and tell me where you can see the whole earth. In which figure? A, B and C. Who shows you? A is showing you, children. See, huh? A is an open plain map of world map, is it? In B you are just seeing India. Yes, and in C one side of the globe you are seeing, back side you cannot see. But in A, can you see everything? Yes, so figure A, that is world map. Which device? World map allows us to see the entire area of the earth at the same time. Okay, next question. Which device allows you to see only one side of the earth at a time? Which device is showing you? C, that is globe. Okay, which device can be used for studying a particular region in detail? Which device you can use if you want to study particular region in detail? B, that is map of India. If you will see in the atlas, the map book, okay, atlas, in that different maps are there. Yes, related. Some maps will be showing about crops, some will be showing about rainfall, some may be showing about temperature. Okay, so who helps us to study particular area? Map of India. Okay, now which device can be called a model of the earth? In 5th standard you have learned what is that? Globe. Correct, so it is in image C. Okay, so here are the answers for the above questions. Now we'll see what we have learned from the observation. Children, we have learned that maps are two-dimensional and globe is three-dimensional. Okay, now what is two-dimensional? See it in the picture. To your left hand side, the image is having length and width. Okay, so these are two-dimensional objects. Okay, means two-dimensional objects have length and width. Okay, and if you do multiplication of length and width, you get the area. Okay, so the product of length and width defines area. Now in this picture, can you see the shaded part having white hearts? Okay, so this is the area. Yes, so now we'll go to the globe. Now globe is three-dimensional. Then what is three-dimensional? The three-dimensional objects have length, width and height. So the light blue part to the right hand side figure is the height. Okay, means if you take a page or a sheet of a paper, then it is two-dimensional. Okay, but when you take many sheets and if you keep one on the other, okay, then there is a collection of sheet, yeah, then the height increases, so that becomes three-dimensional object. Okay, so in this figure we are having a three-dimensional object, length, width and height. Okay, and the product of this gives us volume. Okay, for example, box. Now box is having height, yeah. Now if you will take sheet of paper and if you will draw anything on that, then it is a two-dimensional picture. Okay, but when you turn that shapes, you have learned nets, is it? So when you turn that sheet of paper into nets, then you form a object that is of three dimension in the as shown it in the figure. Okay, so three-dimensional objects have length, width and height, and product of this gives us volume. Now we'll see the uses of maps and globe. Okay, so map is used to study the whole world or also used to study regions of limited extent. Means using world map you can study whole world. Okay, but using some small maps or of that particular region, yes, you can study that particular region in a detail. Okay, but small or large globe is only a representative model of the entire earth. Okay, so now we'll see the definitions of two-dimensional object and three-dimensional objects. A surface having two dimensions, length and width, is called two-dimensional objects. Examples are paper, blackboard, tabletop, okay, the top of the table, okay, and land and many more. Okay, now we'll see what is meant by three-dimensional objects. An object having three dimensions such as length, width, height. Okay, height means you can consider thickness also, like book and all, is called three-dimensional object. Example, duster, box, glass, pot, hill, moon, etc. are the examples of three-dimensional objects. So now we'll learn about field visit. It is also known as educational trip. Yes. So field visit is an important method of studying geography. Now geography means we are learning more about the earth. In earth there is nature, yes, and in nature there are living, non-living things, some places, things, yeah. If you want to learn about them, and learning about it is called as a geography, yes. So if you want to learn, then that method, we can use one of the method there, and that method is called as a field visit. So field visit is an important method of studying geography. Now how does it help us? Now it helps us to understand about geographical and social condition of a place. Means when you go to a certain place, you can understand about its climate, about its weather. Okay, even you can come up to know about the social conditions, like how many people are there, what is the area of that, what all facilities are available. So you come to know all these things. Okay, now other use is that it also provides us an opportunity to directly interact with the local people. Yes, means when you visit the place you can have direct interaction between the people. Yes, and as you are having direct interaction with the people, it also helps to understand their problems. So these all things are the uses of the field visit. So now, how to conduct a field visit? The first thing is that before before doing a field visit, you have to prepare a questionnaire, that is the list of questions. Now suppose field visit is done at the places like post office, bus stand, okay, or sea coast, near any of the industry, then wherever you are going, related to that you have to prepare the questions. Okay, and that is called as a questionnaire. Okay, so you can take help of your teacher also. And when you go in and visit that particular place, you have to take interviews if it is necessary. And when you are doing this interaction, children, you have to note down the responses what the people are giving. Also you can do some of the sketches and other kinds of note when you all are going for a field visit. So with the help of your teacher, you can go and have a field visit to the geographical areas like planetarium, post office, mall, hill, sea coast, small scale industries, bus stand, etc. So these places you can visit as a places for field visit, and you can observe and record various features related to it. Do you know, children, two-dimensional map is obtained on a paper from a three-dimensional globe. Now how do they draw a map of the world? First a wire globe is prepared, and then a source of light is put inside a globe. Okay, then the projection of the wire graticule is shown on the paper. You can see it in the diagram. Yes, now using this projection, maps are drawn. So what do we understand from this? Graticule is essential for drawing the map of earth or of any other part from the earth. Okay, so now we'll begin with the last point, that is geography museum. In this museum there is IRTHA, which is the largest operational globe in the world. Now this is located in Yarmouth in the state of Maine, and this state of Maine is in United States of America. And do you know, children, the rotation and revolution speed of this globe is maintained as per that of the earth.